So this is how racism is used as a tool by our tribal psychology for competition between groups. The prejudice and the discrimination, when it's based in, institutions and the structural power in a society, the racism is used as a tool to create that power relationship between groups so that the group with the institutional and structural power gains the lion's share of the resources, social and material, that exist in that society. And it's based on who has, or which tribe has the institutional and structural power so that they can go ahead and win that competition for resources in favor of one's own race or tribe and so forth. So prejudice is deeply rooted in our brains for good evolutionary reasons. We absolutely needed it to survive our past evolutionary environments, but obviously now it causes a great deal of trouble. But hope is not lost. There's a whole lot we can do about managing prejudgment and discrimination, as long as you get, society agreeing that it's a big problem, and how to work to build those social and cultural structures that will restrict and limit its operation. But as you can tell, there isn't a lot of agreement on it. And that tends not to happen because the people who are dominant, they would be disadvantaged by really dealing with the prejudice and discrimination, because then it's going to create a more egalitarian society and restrict, hierarchical relationships between groups. So when you're at the bottom of the hierarchy, as we are, obviously we want all these changes. But when you're at the top, you're enjoying the best of everything right now. So when there's pressure to make these changes, it's a real struggle to get those who dominate the institutions to make the necessary changes to create the restrictions and cultural change that you actually need to restrict this part of our nature.